Now see this question. A, B and C enter into a partnership in the ratio of 7/2 4/3 6/5. After 4 months, A increases his share by 50%. If the total profit at the end of 1 year is $16,200 rupees, then B's share in the profit is. So he is saying that there are 3 people who are doing a business in partnership, and they have given the ratio of their A, B and C enter into a partnership in the ratio, which means the ratio of their investment is given but not the time. Okay, so see this. Now time for which A and time for which B, investment, right? Investment of A is to investment of B is to investment of C is given as 7/2 is to 4/3 is to 6/5. So whenever they enter into partnership, it is nothing but the investment ratio they are given, right? And they didn't give anything about the time. Okay, so let's try to find out. I don't like to work with these fractions. Let's try to convert it into numbers. Okay, normal integers. So how to convert it into natural numbers is, you find out the LCM of these 3. It turns out to be 60. 5 to 30, right? It turns out to be 30. Let me multiply all the 3 numbers with 30, then let me see what we get. So 7 into 15 is what you get here, so 105 is to 4 into 10 is what you get here, 40 is to 6 into 5, 6 into 6 is what you get here, so 36. Got it? So this is the ratio in which investments are divided. So let us convert these investments whenever these ratios are given. IA is to IB is to IC. So let us convert these investments into some numbers. So you can think of it this way. So total investment of IA is 105x and total investment of IB is 140x and total investment of IC is 36x. So anyway, by writing like this, the meaning doesn't change, because if you try to take the ratio again, you are going to get the same numbers, right? Okay, now what is given is, after 4 months, A is increasing his share by 50%. Okay, so if you have to find out the profit ratio, we know this. Profit got by A is to profit got by B is to profit got by C. The ratio in which they get the profits is equal to investments into time, isn't it? IA into TA is to IB into TB is to IC into TC. Investment into times. Here we got the investments, but we didn't get the times. Now if you observe this, both B and C are not changing anything. Both B and C are not changing anything. Only A is changing the share for some time. Therefore, time for all of them is going to be at the end of 1 year, right? So time for all of them is going to be 1 year only. But only thing is, A is changing his investment. Okay. So now, time for A and time for B and time for C is going to be same, but only investment is going to change. Therefore, I have to rewrite these formulas. Okay, so instead of writing IA into TA, now investment of A is something for certain time and investment of A is some other amount for the rest of the time. So how to do this? See this. Now investment of A is 105x for certain amount of time. What amount of time? For 4 months, right? And then for the remaining 8 months, he has increased it by 50%, right? So when I increase 105 into x for 50%, it is going to be 105 into 3/2, isn't it? Therefore, for the remaining 105 into 3/2 x into how many months will be remaining? For 4 months he is having this investment, and for the rest of the time, what is the rest of the time? For 8 months, right? Into 8. This is the total investment into time for this A. Now just consider this. So IA, this is IA into TA, right? So this part you have to write it with this. Now if you just consider it, it is going to be 4, 12 and then 4 is 16. Therefore, it is 105 into x into 16. So this is what is IA-TA ratio for person A. Then what about IB-TB ratio? IB-TB ratio will be 40 into 12. IBTB ratio will be 40x into 12. Why? Because the investment of B doesn't change, and there are 12 months for 12 months is for which he is investing the amount, right? And then ICTC equal to 36x into 12. The same thing is applicable for the third person as well. Now if you want to find out the ratios, you have to find out the ratios between those three numbers. PA is to PB is to PC, which means this one is to this one is to this one, right? So you are going to get it as 35, you can solve it, is to 10 is normal arithmetic, is to 9. So you please solve it. So this is the ratio of profits that they are going to get. So the profit has to be divided in this ratio. Now the question is, what is B's share in the profit? They are given us the total share, which is 162, 16,200 rupees is the total profit they got. And for the 16,200 rupees, we are going to share it like 35 parts has to go to, okay, what is the total number of parts? Total number of parts is 54 parts. Out of 54 parts, 35 parts has to go to A, 10 parts to B and 9 parts to C. Therefore, B's profit is equal to, out of 54 parts, why 54 parts? Because if you sum them up, it is going to be 54. B's part has to be 10, and 10 out of 54 out of the total profit. Total profit is 16,200, right? So this amount turns out to be, I think, 3,000, because this one is going to be 300, it is going to be 3,000. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177. And IIT Roorkee's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkee, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkee is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkee. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply. And statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is, we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.